Another dark log from the diary of a griever named John Weaver, which is me. Morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? So I think it's about the 27th of, May 27th. It is Wednesday in the morning. Too damn early for this kid, normally. 4:46, coming up on 5 o'clock and on sunrise. So, what's the day going to be like today for me at this point? Dealing with my dog. Let's turn this off. Turn off the CPAP machine. Let's talk. For those who are pet owners, it's a hell of a responsibility that we've taken on caring for another life form that actually means something to us. It's a hell of a responsibility that we've taken on to care for another life form other than our own species. And it's a hell of a responsibility that we have to do everything we can to take care of that life form that trusts us, that we're going to be doing whatever we can to take care of them. And this is my job every single time I'm taking care of my dog, or past dogs I've had, future dogs I may get, if I'm going to be that way. The thing is concerning about taking care of an animal, I've discovered in my lifetime, it's a two-way street. They care for us, we care for them. But it's also emotionally challenging to the point where I keep thinking, am I going to be getting another one? It's not because of the responsibility. It's I'm going to be emotionally rocked. I'm going to be just emotionally distraught. I am going to be emotionally screwed up in the head because I had poured a lot of emotional investment. Earlier on, when I kept talking about my grieving and issues I had concerning about death and family members coming in and out, leaving geographically or physically off the earth, off the planet. I never like using the term death. I never have. Because to me, death I've already been through, and I never liked it in the first place. I kept seeing too many people dying on me left and right. And it hurts like hell. It's hard as hell to keep reconciling it until later on in life where I'm getting closer maybe to that point. But I kept remembering, I've already been to that point many times in my youth. And I've gone through it once in my lifetime to start up a chain reaction in my life. And if I'm going to be going for the blame, I don't know who I'd put the blame on. Life, fate, something to put me through this way, to feel this way, to think this way. A hell of a lot of fearing how to live life, scared to live life. I think that's the way when I'm growing up is how I was growing up in those days is scared of everything. I mean, maybe I didn't realize it until I got mature that life was scaring the crap out of me. Oh yeah, I love my family. I love going out to places. But somewhere I was still an introvert. As a kid growing up, I had to be careful about my own health. But I really didn't. I was still an outgoing kid. I wanted to chase and run, things like kids would normally do. But I'd get too damn dangerous, running my face into brick walls or almost eat a car tire by falling into the street or getting into a car accident. How about a fight at a school or two or on grounds? Would that be normal kid stuff? Starting territory and stuff like that? But when I started playing with toys I got on Christmas or birthdays, it's like I wanted to play with them more instead of playing with anything else. And I'd had one instance where a kid could just try to destroy a kid and his toy. And I desecrated a church across the street from my home when I actually had that toy. Broke it at home. Bully goes across the street, laughing his head off, and I consecrated the ground with blood, his blood. I was knocked down and dragged out. We both came out bloody as hell. I thought he was a friend. Discovered he was just a bully. I had other friends, but unfortunately they moved away. So the toys were my only friend. And then I discovered that toys had to be put away and played inside. Grow up. And you had to face others who may not have liked you as much. Rules and regulations to protect yourself from it. You grow up, and then you see life happening at home more and more, where a grandmother gets a stroke and you're doing 24/7 while trying to be a kid, while trying to go through school, being pressured on that one. And found out video games were a hell of a lot expensive, but they were good therapy as a kid. Of course, I got yelled at too many times by Mom. But then you discover that you have other people out there that may or may not like you. The question is, did I like them? I tried to be tolerant of them, but did I actually like them? I was still an insecure kid. Growing up, a teenager, dealing with tragedy and death. And not just the previous in the years, but dealing with the death of a grandmother and graduating out of high school, more mature. Kept toys as a reminder of things. Action figures collected. Imagination trying to spur Legos to be built. Everything for a person to dream about going beyond, and yet still trapped at home. For me, I was an introvert. Give me a book and I definitely was an introvert. Didn't want to deal with life. I didn't want to deal with anybody. I was afraid of everything. Almost like a pattern I kept dealing with all my life, trying to deal with people and work. If I wasn't doing good at school, and I know I wasn't doing good at school, there was something I had to reveal of something of my sort. When you get into senior high, and you're coming up on the graduation year, normally you would have these military folk trying to recruit your ass. And they would give you the pre-ASVAB. I sucked. I sucked. Verbal communication I could do. But every other kind of aptitude they would like. Mechanical, mathematical, engineering. I sucked. My head wasn't there. Oh, my brother tried to boast. I had to look at it. I had to look at it last night. I was going through some stuff trying to find paperwork I needed. I still need paperwork. But I looked at an old ASVAB that I still kept. I sucked. I would have been good for the Army. Just as a ground pounder, just as a trooper, just as a rifleman or something. I wasn't very good at shooting either. But I would have been a rifleman. I wouldn't have been anything else. I wasn't all that intelligent. People thought I was. Creative was one thing when I looked at Lego pieces and started thinking about what I wanted. I started building just by instinct. I could look at the pieces and figure things out in my head. But I couldn't figure it out on a damn military aspect. Shit. So I wasn't recruitable. There was no way in hell I would have been. As soon as I told him about the damn heart operation I had at the age of 4 years old, I was, forget it, guy. You're not going in the military anywhere. You're not going to take you. That's okay. I still wanted to be an astronaut, but I'd be a follower of the astronauts. But how does all this deal with death? Life. The thing is, when you have death, you have things taken out of you, taken away from you. All those emotional investments you put into taking care of things. For me, things were just mattering. Books mattered. Toys mattered. But I had to get away with my toys to where the cousins that needed it. That would have been good collector's items, I think, but I didn't keep them in packages. I played with them. When I did some collecting of my own, I still had to get rid of them. Sell them off if I could. Or give them to somebody else who's going to be selling them off and then never see them again. How does that deal with taking care of a pet or a loved one? They're items. They are, I couldn't call them distractions, but I probably could call them distractions. That they matter to me. Now there's a pin and I go crazy over it. I mean, a lapel pin of any sort that I had. If I had some connection or affection with this pin, I would go nuts if I happened to lose it. I was always afraid I was losing the clasp on the back of it. Self-centered, yeah. I was crazy at this one. I was a crazy pin collector. I didn't like losing stuff. You lose people. That hurt like hell. You lose animals, he would tear your ass apart. But losing stuff, no way in hell. Not until I get into my older ages. Not until I get into my senior ages. It's just junk. And it's nice junk, but you know, it's collectible junk. Teddy bears, lapel pins, books, and DVDs. Yeah. Not a replacement, though, for a life that you make for that particular warm-blooded creature. And it was hard as hell to deal with that one. I dealt with a lot of dogs in my lifetime. My later years in life, I've had dreams about running into them from time to time. My animals would be mattering to me. There goes the alarm clock. Had it on silent. Something to remind myself that I had to get up. I didn't want to get up. I still wanted to go back to bed and sleep. But I still got things to take care of before anything else happens. I got the rest of the day to take care of them, yes. Garbage bags piling up and everything else going on. And how do you take care of the garbage inside of your head? Inside of your heart? It's not garbage taking care of life. It's a challenge. It's a responsibility. Yet the hardest damn thing for me to do after I lived with them and lived a long time with them is not putting them away in a storage bin and get rid of them. No. It's leaving them at a vet, at an animal clinic. And then days later you bring back the remains to be permanently installed. That's what I'm looking at today. The involuntary choices that have already been made. I never had a chance. Whether or not a dog will survive another day or two, will a human survive? It survived with junk. It's all I got is junk. The only thing that matters is taking care of a dog. My dog. I scratch my back because it's itchy from sweat, bugs and stuff. But how do you scratch the back when you deal with an issue of losing that dog permanently? How am I supposed to be dealing with it? For a long while, I have been mourning my dog, realizing that eventually she's going to die off. She is a senior, and she's in that age bracket where it's going to happen. A reminder of myself, yeah, but I'm reminded I'm going to be losing in this life another thing. It's not another thing, another being that mattered most in my life that I can't replace. I can't find any replacement for it, but there shouldn't be any replacement for them. It's like treating them as a commodity, and they're not commodities. They're not. They're life. They matter. They matter to me a great deal. How am I not supposed to react to it? Dog's got ear infection. I got to get that damn thing treated. If there's any medications, my credit can do it. Fine. I have to pay out of pocket. I'm going to have to do that too. But I need to do the things to take care of my dog. Take care of me. This afternoon we go to the vet. I'm scared shitless. But I can't keep her in this. If it can be taken care of, fine. But if it can't be taken care of, if this is the only way for me to do it is to let her go permanently. It was one thing I used, letting go things permanently. Hard enough. I'm a junk collector. Collected junk. Scraps of paper, books, toys, pins. Junk collector. But you can't call a pet a junk. You can't. They matter in your life. They matter a great deal in your life. The only intimate being, other than other people that might get it, with my dog, it's a bond. And I hurt and I get angry at myself. Because I have to wait for that day, that time, that hour to get to the clinic. Pray that there's something they can do. And if there isn't, that's the thing that scares the hell out of me. If there isn't a way, if there is a way more expensive than you can, it's shit. I haven't got the immediate credit for a $10,000 operation on an ear if it is. And what if it isn't? What if she does die in the damn table? I have yet to be put into that kind of a situation where having a dog die from an operation. No. The hardest thing for me as a pet owner is dealing with that last day, that last minute with the dog in your arms. I don't know what's worse, leaving a dog in the hands of strangers as the dog dies, or you send that dog away with love and caring. That the dog matters. My dog matters. My dog always matters. The hardest damn thing for me to do is face my dog that way. As a send-off. What I'm fearing is what the hell happens to me afterwards. Emotionally torn apart, physically and mentally torn apart. I've had people have had, some people actually to fall back on and just hold on for dear life because I'm losing. And it's hard as hell to lose it when you're alone. Because I'm afraid of coming back to this place and she's not there anymore. I have to keep paying rent in a bug-infested zone. And I'm hating it. I feel like throwing things in bags and getting the hell out of here and just walking away from everything else I collected as junk. And look at it and say goodbye, you're just junk. Because what mattered in my life would be passing away in front of me. And I couldn't deal with that. I still can't deal with it. It still hurts like a son of a bitch. It's a hell of a lot of love being trusted and put into a dog, and a dog does the same thing to you. Or the pet that you have. And it hurts. This is not a test on how you deal with grieving. This is another thing to deal with. Loss. It took Ma about a couple of weeks to get another pet. Because she needed something for herself. Not the fact she had the boys, no. When you form that much of an intimate connection with a pet, it's hard to say goodbye. And you can't look forward because you've lost that loved one that you made a connection with all that time. And it's hard as hell for me to see social media posts all the time about these lost pets have been found over at the animal shelter. They've been picked up. And then they got about a few days left before they get euthanized because there's just too many. Too many. Always the warnings, always the scare tactics. And I see these frightened faces. My heart bleeds, my heart wants. And I can't. It's not the fear. Or maybe it is the fear, but how do you pick the one? How do you pick that one that's going to be mattering to your life, how much longer you've got left? And I don't want to put that dog back through the other shit. I don't want to put that dog back into the kennel if I'm going to die off and then they're left. I don't want that to happen to them. They're like children to me. I may not have inheritors. I may not have bloodline inheritors. But they're children to me in spirit. And it hurts every single time I keep thinking about taking my dog to the vet to say this is going to be the last time. The older we get, that's what's happening. Have to do what's best for the dog. Yeah, but what's best for the owner? Going out to a bar and drink your ass off and just go drink in oblivion? To forget? You can't forget. You won't forget. You cannot forget. And you can't forgive yourself either. You can't. The hardest damn thing for me to do is say goodbye. When I'm starting to think about death myself, when I'm starting to think about losing it, after losing a pet, I know I got people going to be freaking out and everything else is going to be going, no, you can't say that. Yeah, I will say it. Okay, I'm saying it. I'm saying it right here and now. Because I've been thinking it for a long damn time. I've been hiding this damn shit from my damn therapist. Do I have the inkling of killing myself? I don't know. But after losing my pet, I don't know what the hell I'm going to say or do at this point over here. That might put me into a damn insane asylum. But you know what? I'm taking care of my dog right now as it is, and I'm not. I have to. I have to pray I make the right decision at this point. And she's going to be helped fine. If I can afford it, fine. But the thing is it's always revolving around how much money or how much credit I got left on a damn card to take care of her. Is it going to be complicated? And how long is she going to be in there for? With my own health in jeopardy. This is bad timing, but I got to get her taken care of before I get me taken care of. Tomorrow I get to deal with a painful debridement of my foot. Talk to the doctor about the medication needed to mute the pain a bit so I don't have to go insane like I did the first time. And if I didn't have this damn sore foot, if I didn't have this damn ulcer, I would have been focused more and more on my dog. But I still couldn't deal with the loss. And this is the fact of life. You have to. You had no choice. You go crazy and go insane. Cry your ass off like crazy. They're not commodities. They're not like junk you would collect in your home. They're not pieces of junk. They're living creatures. And if they bonded to you and you bonded to them, it's a life. It's an adventure. It's an experience. It's a time. And I know they say all good things come to an end. But when I start thinking about self-destruction, when I start thinking about suicide in any way, shape, or form, what does that say about me? Am I that selfish and self-conscious? Yeah, I am. Because I don't like to live without. I need that structural support. I need that stability. I need that sense of living. I need that sense of my life that matters a damn. And the problem is I see the eyes pleading at me from the computer screens, from all these images. And what the hell am I supposed to be doing at this point? How am I supposed to be able to deal with this shit? I'm supposed to focus on me. Well, I'm focusing on the animal who's focusing on me, and I have to focus on me at the same time. And part of me is dealing with the animal. And what it is. And it's the hardest damn thing to deal with. As much as I want to get a little bit of relief from my dog for another year or two, I need that structure, I need that stability. But without it, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, to tell you the truth. Therapy ain't going to cut it. They'll talk about plans. What do you got plans? What do you got planned? Plan. I don't know. What do you want from me? Oh, we want you to be healthy. I'm not. I'm dying. All right? Dying spiritually because I'm going to be losing a friend. I'm going to be losing a family member. I'm going to be losing somebody I have taken care of for about 20 years. How do you think I'm supposed to be able to feel about this damn shit? I hurt. When I heard about that damn ulcer on my foot, I really didn't think about the seriousness of the situation, that I could get gangrene and die from it. No, I'm thinking about how to take care of my damn dog. I'm thinking about how to take care of my responsibility, my charge, my family member. She means the world to me. I had a doctor yell and scream at me, and I need to go to the hospital. I need this, I need that. And I'm thinking about how to take care of my damn dog. He said, you can't take care of your dog unless you take care of yourself. I'm thinking more about who the hell is going to take care of my dog and watch her and feed her while I'm gone for maybe a day or two. That's the thing that scares the hell out of me. Knowing the situation at home is a lot tenuous than what the doctors understand. They're trying to convey the impression on me that I'm going to die if I don't take care of this damn thing, or I'm going to be in the process of dying. And I look at them straight and said, I've been dead before. And it's scaring the shit out of me right now. Taking care of my dog is. And that's the priority right now. No, your health, you're going to die of gangrene. Well, then I die of gangrene. I die. But I want my dog taken care of. If I die of gangrene, I die of gangrene. I take care of my dog. And if she goes before me, then it's going to be on our time before I'm next. And the thing of it is, I hope the afterlife will be a lot easier to deal with than a regular life. I hope I get reunited with my dog. I hope I get to see the other dogs I've taken care of and made family. I hope to see my family. I hope to be welcomed with open arms. I hope to be smothered by my dogs. And I hope to smother them too. I know it's morbid thinking, isn't it? It's scary for me talking about this way. Me being this way. Me trying to convey to people that there may be hope, but when they start treating the animals as commodities, it's more personal for me. I've been through death before. This is not the easiest damn thing to go through. Since what is it ever? That being said.